Ebusia me ma waka abadeba Politics Avenue. Ebusia mesrɛ sɛ like na wa comment na wa share video we ama afoforɔ nso nsa aka bi. Mesrɛ sɛ subscribe to Politics Avenue na yɛnim sɛ yɛde nsɛm a emu hwam nko ana ɛbɛso mu. Ebusia mo ma yɛmbɔ nwura yɛn nsɛm no mu. Ɛyɛ Bryan Acheampong a ɔyɛ flag bearer for MPP presidential seat no ɛde nsɛm bi ɛba abɔnten sɛ ɛyɛ Dr. Bawumia a ɔyɛ mamprusi no ɛka bɔko nsɛnsɛm yi a ɛrekɔ so ɔno na wayɛ edua a ogyina akyire ɛma bɔko nsɛnsɛm ɛyɛ ntɔkwa ɛne ewudi a ɛrekɔ so no ɛrekɔ ɛna ɔsan nso kaa sɛ ɛnam sɛ Dr. Bawumia yɛ mamprusi no nso ka ho nti na ama ɔmo ɛnya vote no because he is coming from the northern region ɛna ɛsan nso ɔno ankasa no vice president a ɔchoosing no for ne campaign na ɔyɛ sɛ ɔyɛ ne running mate no ɛyɛ Dr. Napo nso ɛkato so sɛ ɛnam sɛ Dr. Bawumia ɛyɛ mamprusi na ofiri northern nti ɛyɛ nkurɔfoɔ bebree anto aba no ama MPP for. And Dr. Bryan said he's not going to retract whatever that he said. It's the Ebusia Mama Yembo Ryan Seminumona Yenkoshedie Echo.
Dr. Bryan Acheampong took it upon himself to be having meetings, engaging top party level people. I'm talking regional chairman, chairman of constituencies, coordinators. I mean, people within the party.
Is that not campaigning?
These are meetings, and he's not to better engage them and let them know his reasons for coming, and more importantly, set the ball rolling so that when Akuffo elections are over, we can then be able to go to the 276 constituencies. So this is the kind of people he was actually talking to. And I personally do not support internal discussions being videoed and put out in the public. So let me state categorical that it is a very bad practice. I don't wish it on the NDC or any party, and it is actually not proper that you are holding internal meetings and somebody decides to record and place out. Now, one thing is very important. During such meetings, you delve deep to discuss real issues about the party. And these are for consumption of people who take decisions about the party so that they are cognizant, they are fully aware of all the things that matter, whether it's in the Okwei report or not. And Dr. Bryan Acheampong said that there are issues that went up against us, both from a party standpoint and then a candidature standpoint. And then he admits that there are issues with the party that we have to address before the next election. However, the candidature also has issues. And for that matter, he didn't list one, a number of issues. Okay? And he was very categorical that Dr. Bawumia was not the cause and is not the cause, it will not be the cause for the Boko conflict. However, Nana Addo, Akuffo, President Akuffo, and even Edubwahi, none of them hail from Boko. So, as it stands now, the party continues to be neutral with regards to the Boko conflict. The MPP party continues to be neutral with regards to the conflict. But having a candidate belonging to one side contributed to our loss. Not the only contributing factor, but it contributed to our loss. And we should be aware of it as we take the next step. Because, you know, it pitches one group against us. This is a natural order, and this one, every northern person can relate to it. And he even went further to say that, supposing we had even a candidate from the north who was not related or hailing from Boko, the chances would have been far better. And this is factual. People have said he should retract, but
he's not from Boko, he's from Wali.
Wali.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to be very careful in my
veer
choice
off
of
the
words.
ethnicity and the
but
tribal.
we all know what I mean by that. You know, there are two groups. One of them is situated in Boko, and the other is also situated in Boko. Okay, so it pitches as, and you know, it impacted Western North results. It impacted Afram Plains results because some of the groupings find themselves in those areas. So it is a chain reaction, and as a party which is very serious-minded, looking at the as it is post-mortem of our loss, these factual things need to be known, and many who were very strong supporters of Dr. Bawumia have come out and said it. The likes of Collins Adumako, who's a current MP, the likes of lawyer Obri, I think Bryan, and many others have admitted. And mind you, Dr. Bryan Acheampong was a very strong supporter. Let me even state here that, Dr. Bryan was not really happy with me prior to this when I was supporting Alan. I mean, because he was a strong Bawumia person. You understand? So we'll be happy. We discuss all kinds of things. But when it came to the primaries, he knew that Dr. Xp0sěy was Alan and he was Bawumia.
Right.
So even him, who supported not just with words, but substantial amount of money, feels that he was let down by the results. And let me also state that it's been captured on video that his running mate, Napo, even questioned and made it clear that the northern votes did not come. You get my whole point.
Where
So,
did the vote come, actually?
sorry?
It's not
It was a general reflection of the country.
Please, when I say that, the leverage that Dr. Bawumia had, one of the leverage was that because of him, the votes will swell.
In the
Please.
northern part of
Yes,
Ghana.
I mean that let's not discount it. Please, are you understanding me? Yes. So if I came, Dogbe is here, I'm here, and Dogbe tells the MPP that because of me, the votes will come, and it doesn't come, and then we'll ask Dogbe. I mean, some of us were vouching for you strongly because we felt that with you, we'll get a lot of Voltarian votes. What happened? Only for us to find out that Dugbe's father has been beaten some, section. I'm just making an inference of that. So that is why we will, as it is, make this known internally that as we move forward, we are in a huge deficit of several thousands and millions of votes, and we need to come up. And if that is the case, if we move into this election and the conflict has not disappeared, and the conflict will not disappear tomorrow, and based on the happenings, something that predates our independence or, has been ongoing, what are our chances in 2028 if we are moving into battle again with skirmishes from the NDC related to, the Boko conflict? Listen, we need to be very realistic. And I think that being candid is not a sin. Being frank with data is not a sin. And I want to, even as it is, almost tell the followers that, listen, Dr. Bawumia is always talking about data. And when you speak to data, you're not being tribalistic. When you speak to data, you're not being, and in fact, the religious thing didn't even matter here. It was not about religion. Because if you watch the entirety of the video, Dr. Bryan Acheampong even said that if we had Muslim and from another group, which is not involved in the conflict, it would have been a whole different case. So I think is misinformation either to Dr. Bawumia or he misunderstood by virtue of the people that churn out information to him. But if you watch the entire video, and listen, let me tell Ghanaians that Dr. Bryan Acheampong is a fan of Bawumia and supported him heavily and has since decided that what they were hoping for didn't work out. And should that continue? And you know, when you are being factual and you are saying it as it is, I don't think that you're doing the wrong thing. And mind you, the audience is also very important. These are high-level MPP people holding a very stakeholder type engagement. And we should frown on the practice of people leaking internal discussions. I don't wish it on the NDC, I say this. I don't wish it on the MPP or any person. And Doc will understand. In board meetings, Prof, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, very important. Yeah. Prof will understand that. Prof will understand that when you hold board meetings, people can even throw blows in the board meeting. But when you come out, the discussion, the narrative is different. When we had caucus meeting with the MPP, like the e-levy, some of us stood against it, but we were the first people to go and preach it when the caucus decided. You get my whole point. So what
That's the
happens?
hypocrisy of politics.
Well, you know, majority carries the vote.
Right.
So when you are in the caucus and you say no, and you vent out, and the other team vents out, and we do the election, and the majority carries it, you then succumb to the majority, and that is the way of politics. You might not be for it, but once the board has decided or the caucus has decided, you are the first to go on TV and say that this is what we're doing, we are for it, and you know, by virtue of that. So we still love Dr. Bawumia, very nice man, fantastic guy, a victim of circumstance, and that will not change. He's just a victim of circumstance. And you know, Akuffo has said one key thing. Every party is done to win power, not for the niceness, not to be general secretary of a party in opposition, not to be flag bearer of a party in opposition, but you want presidency so that you can use your wits. Right now, many people are all on the backbench, though they have the knowledge. It is NDC on the field. So, shall we work hard to get on the field, and then we can utilize the human capacity we have, or we still go and not get the executive power?
I give you that much time.
So I hope I've explained myself well
on what happened, what actually transpired.
Yeah, and listen, I think we should be truthful to ourselves as Ghanaians. You know, whether we like it or not, we will have some things that we joke about, some things that are of serious matter, and it shouldn't be that in this country we cannot even discuss, you know, ethnic matters in truthfulness, you know, and you know, Prof is fully aware that me, Addo, if I should go to Tamale Central to run this election, forget it. That is not being tribal. Please understand me. And if I mean, listen, look at what they did to even Hohoi, our Peter Mewu, who's Voltairean, but because he's MPP, they really made him an outcast. So these are some of the things.
Let me pick your thoughts, Prof,
you know,
on this particular matter.
Yeah, I would like to. This is a free show. I told you, I should be enjoying it because the things that the MPP should have done as self-correction, they are not using it as internal politics. It's unfortunate. The reason they lost is their economic record, their management, the way they perceive governance, and the very transactional nature of things under them. That's what they should have done. But they waited until now and they are using it as internal politics. That is really strange. I have a very close friend of mine who has, I think, a Xp0sěy father and a Maprusi mother. And each time there's a casualty, he is hit.
Yeah.
That is how serious the conflict is. So the last thing I want to hear anywhere is anybody trying to gain politically from the Boku crisis. I come from Zuarungu, and my father is from Zuarungu. So most of the challenges associated with the conflict, people in Bolga, people in Zuarungo, and all the surroundings have to pay the price for it.
Yeah.
I see young people who have been displaced into places they have no place to sleep. So they have to resort to crime and other things. So the price the people are paying for this conflict is enormous. And regardless of the imperatives, it is not enough reason for anyone to play politics with it. If Bawumia was doing, he's terribly wrong. And I think if the polls reflected what he did in the conflict, then he deserves it. The same breath, I want to condemn Dr. Bryan Acheampong for even bringing it up, even in a private discussion. You see, doing the thing, the motive sometimes outweigh the action itself. And the fact that you feel comfortable discussing it, be it one or two people, doesn't matter. It's a position.
Even if it's for good reason and it is a fact.
I don't see any good coming out of it. If it is for votes, it is not a good reason. Anything but solving the conflict is not good enough. And that is what the president is focused on. That is what we are trying to solve. The destruction of a major economic hub of this country, which is Boku, and the destruction of livelihoods, the displacement of young people, should not provide opportunity for anyone to play politics with it. And that is where I come from. So I expected Dr. Bryan Acheampong, the first interest, to apologize. Yes, I don't think that it makes him a worse candidate than Dr. Bawumia. If you ask me, they are all probably two sides of the same coin. They were all key actors in the last government. The Honorable Kennedy Acheampong, Dr. Mohamed Bawumia himself. The only thing is that Dr. Bawumia made a lot of noise about his prowess. Last week, I heard something that was fake. I learned Tech had asked him to bring his PhD, but it later turned out to be fake. But I wish it was true, because given the divergence between his lectures and his performance in government, if they had asked him to bring his PhD for examination, I wouldn't be. So all those candidates have cobwebs in their cupboard, are walking examples of failures as far as governance is concerned. So if they had talked about Bawumia's record in government versus Dr. Bryan Acheampong's record in government, abandoning the agric ministry, and then focusing on the purchasing of hotels and all those things, those are things they could have talked about. And they left all those ones. And then they are busy fueling a conflict that we are struggling to suppress. I don't want to hear anything about the Boku conflict, be it for political gains or for anybody's personal interest. But solution. I don't think that the breadth in which Boku is being discussed, because it's inflammatory. It's inflammatory. It's inflammatory to say you bring back the issue of Bawumia being a man pussy, and now you are in government. You were in government. If people have suspicions that Dr. Bawumia was actually doing something, or his position in government probably gave some impetus to some people to behave, now you are confirming it. Just by talking about it, that he's coming from that place, you are trying to say that being from a place also meant that you were doing something in favor or against one particular group, which it's now fair game.
Yes, I was very clear that we did not say he caused it.
Yes, very clear. Then what was the association? There have been conflicts in the even in Bryan Acheampong's hometown between them, and
by virtue of him belonging to one side, it cost the party.
Yeah, now this one simple question: has there never been conflict between Ashantis and Achim? Has there? Tell me there's not. So should we say Bryan Acheampong should not be considered as a candidate because
he's an Achim
that has had a conflict with Ashantis before?
He's half Achim, half Akuffo.
No, I'm not talking about where he's half or full. I'm just talking about what he identifies as. So you see that the argument doesn't make sense. It doesn't. The first thing, and I think still worthy of doing, is to come out and say he was taken out of context. He apologized. He apologized for the statement in the first place. He didn't mean to say that. He misspoke. That's what I want.
You want an apology from him?
I want an apology from him.
As for misspoke,
I want an apology from him, because it's not necessary. Bawumia has a whole lot of issues we can talk about. Why do you have to go to the conflict?
Very well.
The guy is a colossal example of economic mismanagement. Why do you want to leave that and then go to talk about that one?
Larry.
There were many reasons. People just chose.
Let me hear from Larry.
Yeah, there were many reasons.
You know something? Ordinarily, I would have called this as the normal politicking. Okay, which we all expect as far as the flag bearership of the MPP is concerned. But I think it's going beyond the ordinary. Okay, in June, the Acheampong camp said a similar thing. And during that time, it was this guy, Stephen Amwa, who said that whether we like it or not, Christians hardly want to vote for a Muslim leader. It's a fact, Amwa stated. And he went on to say that, listen, he's saying it. I mean, whoever wants to kill him can kill him. Okay? And then went on to say that, Northerners had been had been given everything that they can think of. However, they did not reciprocate that, goodwill by way of voting. Then he talked about how Zongo votes also didn't come. Listen, the MPP was rejected at the polls.
By Ghanaians.
By Ghanaians. Even their traditional strong, seats.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go to second D seat where Mesa.
Yeah, Japa Mesa.
Yes. The only time NDC had that seat was Busum Chisam. Even that because MPP had boycotted. But Takrade, all that coastal areas and so on. I mean, these are traditional seats. I recall Gladys Asma and, Papa Usman Kuma thereafter and so on. Esikado. I mean, all that. They were wiped off completely. I think if that particular area, it's only one seat they got. Sure. Even that, it was by the grace of God. Yeah? And you go to where you come to Accra. I mean, to a point where NDC at the point in time was rejecting some of the seats. Okay, because the more it came, the more the expectation. The MPP was rejected. It was a referendum on Akuffo Addo stewardship. Yeah, Ethiopia kind of politics. That's what it was. Why have we suddenly? I mean, the Akuffo.
It didn't have to do with the candidature of Dr. Bawumia.
I'll come to that. Why are we having now to do, forget about all that Akuffo Addo did? Let me finish, please.
Forgive me, but let me interject a little bit. I stated here that there were many reasons. This is one of them.
Okay, but I'm stating my reason.
No, you are saying that we are focused on that. And I want you to know that in the video and in the discussions, there are many reasons. But people are making ill of just that bit. I want you to be very clear in your mind that we know
you want to say
that there are many reasons.
You want to tell me what I should say?
No. I'm saying that you are painting a
should
picture.
not be restricted to just that. That other reasons were cited.
I haven't even mentioned Acheampong's name.
Nobody watched the video beyond the statement. This statement. You know that.
And I haven't even mentioned
that was the highlight of the video.
See, I'm talking about how this thing. It's something that they've said over and over and over again, and
not just from one camp.
No.
As one of the reasons.
As one of the many reasons.
Thank you.
Is it in the Okwe report?
Yeah, I'm sure it's in there. It should be in the page. The
infamous
167.
167. The infamous 167.
It
looks like 167 is the executive summary.
Yes, it's everything. Everything is there. The corruption is there. The family and friends is there.
The arrogance of power.
The arrogance of power is there. The nepotism is there. Everything is in that particular page. The Zongo votes that didn't come. The Boku whatever didn't happen. All that is there. The economic factors, all that is in there. But it's because they have refused to release this report for all of us to appreciate.
The report, I doubt they will release.
Something Bryan also left because not only was
you want to add something?
Yeah, not only was what he said inflammatory, it was also tribalistic to a certain degree. And I said something that if I had said this, they'll say I'm playing tribal politics.
Yeah.
But now that you have made it fair game, let's play it. How do you think the Ashantis felt during the 8 years of Akuffo?
They kept complaining.
They kept complaining. And do you think that they were looking at Bryan Acheampong, they'll still be happy? Yeah, so we have to analyze all those things. Let's look at the whole box. Since you have opened the Pandora's box, let's go in there and do the tribal politics if you want. It's fair game now.
How many Debes didn't Otunfuo hold to talk about roads in Kumasi? I mean, I think the Kumasi caucus, the Ashanti caucus at the point in time even held a press conference and said, listen, President Akuffo, come and do something about our roads.
We see Amida was a Saudi Bryan, would ye penny my Saudi Beshay and I would be meaning say a besan so Asia and Asia, na yet in Sema, emo Shama, emo a Jukas in saying every every see Amida was say, so would ye penny my ye besan so Asia, more by.